4.5 years ago, Rory had his first birthday, and it wasn't right then that I wrote the story, but sometime later, I wrote a poem for Rory's first birthday. Rory, would you like to hear it? This is called The Story of Rory.
Wow.
Year 1.
Oh.
Casey and Ryan were travelers, so they planned an Eastern European trip. Czech Republic and Hungary, and other places now hip. They had tickets for the Greece Olympics. They'd see ping pong and trampoline. But then came that train in Romania. Casey heaved before turning green. They cut short their travels to learn why Casey had heaved. In Hollister, the woman told them a child had been conceived. Mom and Dad loaded up the bus, and they moved to Santa Cruz. Dad made custom flicks, while Casey made the news. Then came a rainy day in March. They enjoyed the beach, then coffee at Mr. Toots. Till, I think that woman is in labor, they heard a nearby lady hoot. So they did what seemed right, but apparently they didn't know. They ran out to their car and drove straight to Trader Joe's. Back at home with some groceries, Casey felt the kick, and she knew. This time, they weren't going shopping. To the hospital they flew. 3 hours of natural labor, it seemed to go by fast. Casey pushed and yelled a lot, and then this child appeared at last.
Thank you.
For 2 days, he was theirs, though he didn't have a name, till Daddy said, "How about Rory?" And Mom said, "Rory Rain." The first name would honor an Irish lad due on St. Paddy's Day, and that middle name to remember the rain storming all throughout that day. The next month they had their shower, the after-birth party. All the friends and relations came, because Rory, they all wanted to see. He spent his days with Mommy, cruising Pacific Avenue up and down. She drank lots of coffee, while he was the baby about town. When Rory was 5 months old, hanging around and generally being, the family flew to Camp Casey in Texas and met Joan Baez and Cindy Sheehan. A month shy of Rory's first birthday, he moved to Redwood National Park to live in a hostel by the sea and meet a Moor named Clark. His first year ended with a bear linked to Danelle at the local diner. She also baked a beautiful banana cake. He thought there was nothing finer. Home at the hostel, he was so tired he could fall on the floor. But first, ice cream and happy birthday to you, sung by the California Conservation Corps. Ah, what a great first year it was, Rory. Here's to many, many more.
Oh, excellent. Good job. Wonderful, wonderful.
Nice big face.
So that was
Yeah,
Rory.
a few-minute story. And you've got more?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I've got another one.
Here, Rory. Put this over
Because you
there.
had another one.
Because I had another one.
Ah.
This is the story of Kaylin.
All right.
Year 1.
Let's eat. Wait, we'll do it after. Wait a minute.
No, let's do it.
All right.
Are you ready,
Watch
Rory? You want to
him,
hear
watch
about
him.
Kaylin?
Now we heard about Rory. Now we hear about Kaylin. You can eat while we're listening, Rory.
They
Oh,
were
his car.
running a hostel.
Very pretty.
They called home Casey, Ryan, Rory, and Fireball too. It was way up
Fireball, too.
in Redwood National Park on the coast and with an ocean view. When Casey was getting bigger, with this little guy wanting to come out, they called up Sheila and Kathy to help Casey push and wail and shout. It all happened in the manager kitchen. Rory and Papa were in the hostel somewhere. Daddy and Nani were at Nani's sides, while Sheila and Kathy were, well, down there. With Bob Marley on the stereo, Mama was screaming on the floor, while hostlers were checking in at the office right below. When he arrived that Saturday, Daddy plopped him on Mom's chest, and we wrapped him in some flannel, and Papa Don ran to tell all the guests. Just like his big brother Rory, he went a little bit with no name to hail him. But to get 2 R's and 2 K's in this fam, we decided to call him Kaylin. Hostel life was good for Kaylin. All those guests he couldn't ignore. But when he was just 4 months old, the hostel closed its doors. Mom and Dad loaded up the bus, and they moved to E Street, living in Jessica's Victorian with Quentin and Vinny under feet. For more than 3 months in Eureka, we pushed a double stroller all around there. That's probably not as much time as Kaylin spent sleeping in the vibrating butt chair. Next, we sold our dear bus
But
Lola.
Vinny died while we were there.
Really? Can we
He's,
have a French fry?
Sure.
he's my favorite cat who we lived with.
Next,
my favorite.
we sold our dear bus Lola and moved to our Hobbit house in O'Brien. There was a lot of rain and also fun on the river. And okay, yes, there was also a lot of crying. 2 months shy of his first birthday, Kalen moved to Southern Cal, so Daddy could finally start that MFA and take a few classes with Hal. The first 3 nights were at the San Diego hostel, then 15 in a motel eating fresh and easy bagels. During that time, Kalen got to see the zoo and watch his big brother play with Legos. Did I mention that before we got there, he already had 8 teeth? He's a fairly small person, but Kalen sure can eat and eat and eat.
He didn't even have his birthday.
Soon,
His real birthday yet.
we found the
and
place for Mama to work out and Rory to go to school, and for us all to play together in the complex swimming pool. Alpine has fresh air and nice views, and a great little place for beer. In fact, it's here that we've come to celebrate Kalen's first year. With Grandma Peggy and Grandpa Bob, all the way from Ohio they flew, to be with us on your special day as we sing happy birthday to you. Ah, what a great first year it was, Kalen. Here's to many more, too.
When did you make
Cheers.
your phone?
Cheers. Cheers. Woo. That's right, Rory.